All right, so we all know how quickly a house fire can spread. We have seen it many times here on 4 o'clock at night news when these fires start in the afternoon. This is file video from a house fire that South Metro firefighters were called to. In Colorado, local jurisdictions impose sprinkler building codes for commercial buildings, but there is no mandate for home fire sprinklers.
Ask yourself right now, are we prepared?
Yeah.
Or the house I'm about to buy or rent?
Does it have a system, right?
So, Chief Mike Delofano with the South Metro Fire District is joining us now to kind of emphasize the importance of this.
And Chief, you look great. I see behind you 2 rooms that I have a suspicion you're going to set on fire, and there's a guy with a clock in the middle. And am I right that one has a fire sprinkler suppression system and the other does not?
Yes, thank you, Kim and Mark. We really have an exciting opportunity to show both the power of fire and the power of sprinkler systems here. We have 2 rooms that are similarly furnished like your standard bedroom or living room. And one of those will be allowed to freely burn, so you can see what it's like when a room becomes fully involved in fire, or what we call flashover. And also we'll see another room where a single sprinkler head is located in that room, and it's going to react to the high heat of the fire and activate pretty quickly to help us control the fire, allow you more time to get out.
We're watching the fire there as it starts. Oh, well, it's going very quickly. So, there's the sprinkler system already going. It activates immediately, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the smoke alarm went off about 20 seconds, and the sprinkler's about 25 seconds.
Meanwhile, the room next door does not have a fire suppression system, so my guess is that it's just going to continue to burn and burn pretty rapidly, and we can see the flames very clearly.
Yeah, the big thing to note here is with today's type of furniture, the polyurethanes and plastics in our computers and TVs, things burn really hot and fast. Today, you might only have a few minutes to get out of your house before flashover occurs, whereas back in the 1940s or 1950s, when we had natural woven fabrics and wood materials, you might have had 15 or 20 minutes. So it's all about time.
That's something we don't often think about, is how we have changed what we live around and what furniture we have and everything else. And then even a quick response time isn't going to make that big of a difference when it comes to the damage.
Yeah, when you're talking only a few minutes, first the fire has to be detected, then someone's got to notify 911. They need to dispatch us, we need to get ready, we need to drive there, get set up, and make entrance into your home. That could be well after flashover and potentially well after somebody has already perished.
All right, so a lot of time passes. I know 2 things about these, Chief. I know that, number 1, they will really lower your home insurance rates if you have a fire suppression system in, and I'm pretty sure they can put them in post-construction, in other words, in a house that's already standing and has been built.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent. We've talked to the major insurers in Colorado, and they're all offering discounts with fire sprinkler systems. 5 to 10% seems to be the natural range. Right now, any code requirements and most discussions are focused on new construction. That's where we can really have the biggest impact on getting costs down and the ease of installation. But it's also possible in an existing home, so definitely encourage people to research that and see if it's right for them.
And I guess the other point to take away is make sure you check those batteries on those smoke alarms, and if something starts beeping and someone decides just to disable it because it's bothering them, it doesn't make a difference if you have this or not.
That's right. Smoke alarms have done so much to help save lives and save property, but if they're not working, then they're useless.
Hey, Chief, pretty remarkable yesterday when your guy flew an airplane into a house up there in Northglenn. I mean, jumped right out, got a fire hose, and went straight to work on the fire, just like your guys are doing here.
Yes, that was pretty remarkable.
That was remarkable. No question. All right, great demonstration. Chief, thank you so very much. Tell your guys they can hit the hoses and put the fire out. That thing is really burning. Boy, that one, you know what? This is usually about the time Sky 9 arrives,
Yeah.
That's what we've learned.
But, I learned it's just by thinking about what we have in our homes and how that's much more flammable as well. And why would we not ask these questions about having a sprinkler system in the home where we live with the people that matter most to us? So.
No question. Thanks, Chief, and thanks to the South Metro Fire Department. There they go. Now they're in with the hoses. Good job. And they've got a bunch of good people down there. We know that even when they're involved in accidents like yesterday, they're, Johnny at the ready. jumping in with a fire hose, fell out of the airplane and went to work on the fire. That was
Quickly, that small room and that smoke and the flames.
Yeah, jumped right up.
Think of somebody having to escape, and then I'm sure they would all tell us too. You have an escape plan. Your whole
That's right.
family has an escape
right.
plan. You know what to do in case somebody smells smoke.
Just as we have an escape plan from Steve Spain, we're here in our studio.
Oh yeah, we do. We need that. Okay, still ahead, a battle between two breweries over one name.
Right, normally the sort of